A Big Board Company initiative powered by Stag.
Good morning to my friends at the Central Bank. Listen, when I heard of the reopening of the museum, I said, yes, it's about that time. And it's all in keeping with International Museum Day. We welcome the Assistant Manager of External Relations at the Central Bank, Christine Nanton-Winter, to the top of the Zoom line. Right? Good morning, Christine.
Good morning, Jason. Thanks for having us.
Definitely. And our museum curator, Nimah Muwakil-Zakuri, she's there on the Zoom line. Good morning, Nimah. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
No, most definitely. Listen, exciting times ahead. The doors will reopen tomorrow, Wednesday the 18th at 9 a.m. Talk to me. Let me start firstly with Christine, and then I'll come, of course, to the actual running of the museum, because I know Nimah is handling that part of it. Christine, how much planning and preparation you all had to undertake to get this up and running? Because I know you all obviously would have been closed for a while. Was it due to the pandemic or other reasons?
So yes, we've been closed since March 2020 with the onset of the pandemic, and during that time we had to find some new and innovative ways of connecting with our community online, and so we did that and had a lot of success with it. And so, in preparing and in thinking about when we wanted to reopen the museum, we saw the global celebration of International Museum Day as the right time, the right occasion. And so we've been in heavy planning mode for the last couple of weeks, just getting everything ready. Importantly, our virtual exhibition, which is titled Transition, the Journey to Polymer Banknotes, which has been on our website during this time. We launched that back in March. And so we're going to be mounting that exhibition physically. So, not to the continued access, we have it available online, and of course now in person. It'll be the featured exhibition as we reopen.
Excellent. And it's in time too for International Museum Day. It's coincides with that international, that celebration. It's the significance. Definitely. And the timing is quite perfect.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. I want to bring Nimah in. What can we expect, and what you're looking forward to the most? What you think will really blow people's mind when they walk into the museum when the doors reopen tomorrow?
I think that the museum itself, many people who visited would know that we have a very modern space. But what we've done now is added a few new exhibits that really speak to the current times that we're living in. So as Christine mentioned, we have the physical version to the virtual exhibition that is the Transition to Polymer. So just before the pandemic started, Trinidad and Tobago would have gone through a process of demonetization of our cotton notes and the adoption of our polymer notes. So we really wanted to show the behind the scenes process of this development from this transition, as the exhibition is called, from cotton to polymer. So I think that is really the highlight of the tour that you will get when you come to the museum now that we're reopened. We also have developed another exhibition entitled Trade Routes and Trade Winds, where we talk about the history of money and trade across the globe over the years. Yeah. So those are the two things that I'm really looking forward to sharing with people, apart from our museum itself.
Nimah and Christine, I'm a student of history. I love history. And for me, yes, I know we will touch on the polymer and the new notes. But I want to touch on and see the old cotton, see some of the old notes from back in the day, some of the notes that most Trinbagonians, I'm sure, never, ever would have imagined existed. Any notes or any coins in particular that will stand out, that will blow people's mind, that continue to blow their mind when they walk into the museum? I know the entrance is more or less, you could kind of swing off from Ryson Road and kind of get to it from the top of Broadway, right? So that's the entrance, the official entrance for the museum there by Central Bank?
Yes, the entrance to the museum is from the Eric Williams Plaza itself.
Nice.
So once you get into the plaza, there's a welcome sign that says welcome to the Central Bank Museum, so you get to enter there.
Excellent. But are there any notes and coins you think will blow people's mind? Anything that
Definitely. We wouldn't be the Central Bank Museum if we didn't have things that people didn't see in terms of our numismatic history. So one of the things, I really enjoy showing little kids is the first note that was ever issued by the Central Bank when it was established in 1964, bore the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. So a lot of people, would have never seen a note like that. Maybe their grandmothers or, great-grandparents would have it, but a lot of the young people come into the museum and they've never seen a note like that. We also have a replica of a $1,000 bill that was issued under the colonial government. So these are some of the interesting things that we have.
$1,000 bill, you say, huh?
Yes, a $1,000 bill. Yes. It looks like you need to come and have a visit as well.
Any other weird numbers? Somebody told me there's a $2 bill. Is that so?
There's a $2 bill as well. Yes.
Well, look.
And we also have the first $50 note issued by the bank in 1977. It had a hummingbird on it. It was only in circulation for a little over a year. So we have that fascinating historical piece as well.
And then I would imagine
exciting stuff, yeah.
And then I would imagine the coins too. That's a whole different conversation. My goodness, Christine, any COVID protocols for persons visiting tomorrow? Is there a number limit? Let me know what's happening as people just physically want to come back to the museum.
Sure, absolutely. And so, of course, you can expect that all of the COVID protocols will be in place, and that's really part of the bank's wider commitment to ensuring a safe environment. So certainly temperature checks, the sanitization, and what we've tried to do is to encourage persons to book in advance, because that allows us to pre-plan and to anticipate the size of the groups that we'll welcome. And so advance bookings are definitely recommended. We invite persons to contact us. You can call us at 235-CBTT, that's 235-2288, or 621-2288, extension 2400 or 2737. And you can also email us at museum@central-bank.org.tt. And Jason, I just want to add, so the theme of this year's International Museum Day is all about the power of museums. And so, based on our conversation this morning, you can understand that museums are important spaces for discussion, and it's really about community building through education. So the thing that we're most looking forward to is to having persons back in the space, having them discuss, having them see all of the relics, see all of the different artifacts, not just of the polymer, but certainly a lot of the other art that we have in the space. And so, when we think about museums, we think about them as spaces of looking back. But certainly when we think about the discussions that you have in this space, it's all about also looking forward into the future. So we're really looking forward to having persons back in with us and to really push forward with our education and community building.
It's almost like bridging the gap. Yes, we're there to explore the past, but as you rightfully said, many of the discussions, it's in the realm of future. Listen, any closing remarks, ladies, before we wrap things up? I'll probably start with Nimah. Go right ahead.
Well, I'd just like to welcome everybody to the space. We've been operating virtually for the last 2 years, doing what we could, online exhibitions and virtual experiences. But we are extremely happy and excited to meet and greet people again in the space. So I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone.
Before the week done, listen, me, I come in, listen, I want to see, I need to see that $1,000 bill. And the $2 bill, my goodness. Christina, in about 20 seconds, closing remarks.
We're holding you to that, Jason. So whenever you're ready, you can let us know. And I'm new to the bank, Jason. I joined the team just about a month ago to lead the external relations efforts, which of course includes the communications, events, and outreach, but it also includes oversight of the museum as well as the auditorium, which historically have been spaces which really underscore the bank's commitment to culture and the arts. So it's a really exciting time for us, and we are really looking forward to having persons back in the space.
Christine, Nimah, thank you so much. Congrats in advance.
Thank you so much, Jason.
Anytime.
So having us.
Anytime. We come back and get your calls in. Time to touch base. Calls right up until 8.